that's left for me is here in this eternity of isolation, isolation.
Hello, welcome to our kitchen. So today is Wednesday? I don't even know anymore. Don't know what day it is. Literally have no idea. Anyway, whatever. I didn't film yesterday, so it's the next day after what you thought day it was going to be. And I decided I want to cook something fancy. So there's this dish that I had when I was in Barcelona, and it was so delicious. It was called enmoladas, and I was like, what is that? I've never heard of an enmolada before. I've only heard of an enchilada before. So I looked it up, and apparently it's like the most complicated thing to cook in Mexican food at all. So I'm going to try and make it today because my ambition knows no bounds. It's like literally one of the most complicated sauces in Mexican cuisine. It has up to like 35 ingredients. It takes 2 days to cook. So I looked up, like, I just want to buy a jar of it and then eat it. But that's not a thing. We don't sell it because people haven't heard of it here. So you can get it in like North America probably, and South America and stuff like that. But they don't sell it in the shops here, and we can't order it. It's like you can only buy it in bulk, I guess, if you're a Mexican restaurant, which we are not. So I looked up recipes and I was like, oh my god, these recipes are complicated. And it put me off for ages, but today we've committed. And I found this article by the Seattle Times. And it's like how to cook mole poblano the hard way and the relatively easy way. So I'm cooking it the relatively easy way because it's the first time ever. And it's really expensive to get all the ingredients because they're not, unless you're like a traditional Mexican cook, you're not going to have all these ingredients at home all the time. So I looked it up. I found one that doesn't take 2 days to make. And I'm doing it. So I'm here in my kitchen. I've got my spices. I've already started. What I'm going to do now is turn the camera around and then show you the ingredients that we've got in for it. And then explain the first few steps of the recipe. Okay, here I am with my ingredients. If you could just ignore this back area, which is just our stuff that we can't fit in the cupboards. These are the ingredients, some of them anyway. So the most important ingredient is dried chilies. So I have these here. These are dried anchovy chilies, chipotle chili flakes, sesame seeds, oregano, cinnamon, sugar. I'm using a brown sugar once again because I've decided I think that'll make it more interesting. Flaked almonds. The recipe says blanched slivered almonds, and Paul told me that that was the same thing as these. Now the recipe also said Mexican chocolate, and Mexican chocolate I've looked up is not a thing that we sell in the shops here. So I found this chocolate. It's called Maya Gold, and it's like a spiced dark chocolate. And Mexican chocolate has all the spices in it, so I thought that would be like an okay replica. It's not as good as the real thing, but it's the best I could do. It has raisins in it, chopped white onion, and chicken broth, which I've already prepared. Chicken broth is ready to go. So what we're doing with the chilies, you take the dried chilies first and then you toast them in a pan just to get them warm and to start to release the flavours, but not to like scorch them. And once you've done that, then you put them into hot water and you let them soak for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to chop them and begin to make the paste. So this is a smooth sauce. So it'll all get mixed together in our little mini blender and then turn into a paste. And then the paste gets thinned down with the chicken broth. So I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to start cooking our chicken, which is what we're going to serve this with. this is it done. Basically what I've done is I've added the paste to the pan. I heated up some olive oil in the pan, then I added the paste, and I've just cooked it for a while to dissolve the to evaporate the fluid and let it get a bit shiny, so it's incorporated the oil into the paste. And now what I need to do is add in the broth a little bit at a time to sort of thin it out, and also add in the sugar. So, okay, I'm calling that half a teaspoon. I hope you agree with me. Right, okay. Here we go. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, right. I'm going to go now and I'm going to just check the recipe instructions again and see what the next steps are. Okay, I added in the last couple of ingredients. It was the chocolate and some salt. And now I just need to simmer it for 15 minutes till it gets to the right kind of consistency. It's still quite runny right now, as you can see. But I'm going to leave it to simmer and I'm going to shred the chicken. And then it's basically ready to go. Okay, this is where we are now. I have split the sauce in half. So half of it's in a jug and half of it's here. We're going to put that in the middle of the wraps and then pour the extra sauce over the top. And unlike the enchiladas you might know, you don't bake these in the oven with cheese. You can sprinkle stuff over the top, but they don't get baked. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of like a salsa into this chicken mixture to make it a bit different than the other sauce. We have this tomatillo salsa. And it is made with 80% tomatillos. So I think I'm going to put a bit of that in, just to make it more interesting. Yeah. Okay, they're done. Paul, they're finished. Are you ready for dinner? They look so good. So it's just the chicken mixture inside, and then it's supposed to be with corn tortillas, but I've used seeded flour ones instead because they didn't have corn tortillas at the shop. And then some more sauce on the top, and then a sprinkling of like chopped up cheese and some tomatillo salsa. They're ready to go. Then you just need to eat them with a knife and fork because they're kind of messy. Looks so good. Just need to wait and see if they're tastier or not. Is it gonna be good? Yeah? You like it? What do you taste in it?
Moist chicken.
Good.
Deep chili.
Deep chili?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we just a little bit of the tomatillo as well. That was maybe on the top of it.
Yeah, there's some. I actually put some in the chicken as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like it. Would you eat it again?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Very good. Oh my god, I've just started filming and all you can see in the background is Clothes Mountain. The biggest laundry pile in the world. So it's the next day from when we had the enmoladas, and I've got to tell you all the truth that my tummy was not well that night, and I had to take medicine. It was not pretty. Paul didn't notice. Paul's actually fine. You're fine, right?
Yeah.
So whatever it was, it didn't upset him. So I think maybe it was just too many chilies for me, or I've got quite a sensitive tummy anyway, and it just randomly gets funny. I don't know what's going on there. But I'm fine now. The medicine helped. And it was delicious, but the fact that it upset my tummy kind of worried me, so I might hold off on having that again for a while. And we just had a really lovely visit with Paul's family. They came around to visit the house, Paul's mum and dad and Sophia, and it was so nice to see them, and they're all doing really well. They're healthy and happy and everything's fine. It was good to have a wee catch up. And they brought Daphne lots of presents, little food and cute little Daphne gifts. And then after they just went away, I was thinking, sitting like, and I was like, oh, you know, this medical trial, if we've moved into the next stage, the recovery stage, and we're not meant to be using it as contraceptive anymore, do I still need to fill in my diary, my little black diary? where I put in like information, right? Whatever, personal information. Do I still need to do that? And then as I, like, literally 30 seconds after I said that to Paul out loud, my phone started ringing. I was like, it's some number that I don't know. And it was John from the study, and he's like saying that he just got out of an international conference call with the people that work on the study in America and the other countries. And he explained what was going on with me and Paul, and they said they didn't anticipate that happening with anyone. They were surprised and they thought it was interesting. So they asked if we would do a third sperm count on Paul after another few days, again, to see if it's gone down again. And then if it has gone down, then we're going to go back to the previous stage that they actually just using that as contraceptive stage. So it's all a bit confusing. So we thought we'd been kicked off into the next stage, but then after he spoke to his higher up people, they're like, oh, actually, no, we should keep looking at them. So yeah, so we're going to keep going back to stage 2 again. And Paul's still been keeping on taking the gel, so that means it's fine, he can still keep taking it. Like normal, basically nothing's going to change. I'm not going to go back on the pill. I've got some coming in the mail, you know, so hit me up if you want me to some pills. They're going to maybe monitor us a bit more closely than normal because Paul's had that episode where it went up again. And he's going to keep checking in with the people higher up to see if it's okay that we're still on it. So it's going to get like constantly reviewed. But we'll find out on Monday if that's going to happen or not. If we're going to go back to stage 2 again. Anyway, it's all complicated, but I'm trying to explain it. Yeah, so that's it. That's my update. Hey peeps, I'm playing Assassin's Creed. I just wanted to show you this little nugget that's sitting on my lap. Look how cute she is. Yeah, Nate. Nate. What you doing? What you doing? Look at her digging her claws into me. I love you. Yeah. You big booty. You big booty. Anyway. Little Daphne update for you there. Hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie. Right, I just got this crazy mail. I got mail and I was like, who's sending me mail right now? But it turns out it's from the doctor at the hospital, and he sent me a prescription like in an envelope of the pill because of the problem with the gel. But he's already phoned me again and then told me not to start taking it. So I'm gonna not take it, but now I have 3 months of these. And he wrote me a note that's like, I had to flatten the box because it fit the envelope. It's just crazy. And then I got all these like the side effect stuff, which, by the way, just like don't read them because the side effects from the pill are really fucking scary. Really scary. Anyway, yeah, that's my morning mail update.
The next day.
Is this better for the mirror? Okay. Right, okay. Me and Paul are in the car. Look, he's here. Hi. And we're on our way to do some volunteering today with Bethany. Oh, the pots and pans are falling over. With Bethany, who are a charity that look after homeless people. So we're going to cook a meal basically. We're just going to go in, cook a meal, and then serve it to some of the homeless people who are currently accommodated in a hotel in the middle of town. So they're doing that to protect them from being on the streets during the coronavirus situation, which is really amazing. And they're working with the council, and they bring in volunteers from different church groups to do cooking on different nights. So it's our church's turn, but because the usual group are from like 3 different households, we can't all meet up. Me and Paul are going to go with my family that always do it, so that there's less households all mingling together. And me and Paul are making a vegetarian chili, and my family are making a curry, and it's going to be really good. So we're on our way there. I'll show you what I can, but obviously I won't be able to show anything once we're actually there doing the meal. But yeah, I'll tell you how it goes. We've reached the church now. This is the church where we're going to cook the food. We've got our pots and pans. Oh, my family might need help with the shopping bags when they arrive. But we need to wait for them now. Yeah.
Got that up.
Look! Black Lives Matter! I don't think that's what that sign's actually for. Welcome to George Street. George Street's like the second high street, sort of. The main high street's the Royal Mile, and then Princess Street. And this is like the posh high street where all the fancy people shops are. It's beautiful. And this is a church. That's the Dome, that's like a really fancy bougie restaurant. This one. I don't know where Paul's going, he never told me. He just walked away. Where is he going? Paul? Alright, don't know. Weird. Here we are in the kitchen. Hello, kitchen ladies. Hello. Hello. Chopping the chickens. Let's see how you're doing.
Look at me with no gloves on.
Oh, I'm staying away. I'm chopping vegetables. I've got a vegetable station over here.
That's because you're just a nigger.
Hey.
You love the texture of our chicken.
It's my salad station. I'm taking a video right now. These are veg for our vegetable chili. And we're making salads going in these trays. There's Josie. Yay, Josie. It's not a picture. I'll take pictures in a minute.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm taking pictures too.
Daddy's making curry. It's going really well. It looks delicious. Here he is. Look.
Hello.
He's making a aromatic rice and chicken tikka masala. Yeah. Salad's done. The chili veg is done. We're stirring the chicken. And we're boiling the potatoes. And there's rice. We're not going to do the rice till the end. There's the chicken. That's from our church. We're going to take it back. Shopping.
Show the cafe.
This is the cafe where we're having a rest now because we're a bit ahead of the game. That's the rest of the food, all the naan breads we need to cook. Are we cooking them here?
Yeah, we're going to go.
In the oven.
The oven's on, it's up to temperature, ready to go.
We've not started making the chili yet till the potatoes done. Don't fall over, oh my god. Stop
You just
it.
chipped the same bit.
You need to stop.
cursed.
These are nightmares. Got a bit mad at the end there. Trying to get the chicken hot enough. But we're done. And we're transporting it from the church kitchen to the hotel dining room, which is where people are going to eat.
I'm done. I'm knackered.
Knackered me too. So this is where we served all the food. This is all their stuff they can take away with them. Breakfast and biscuits.
We've left the cakes.
We've left the cakes. It's a really nice dining room. Amazing. And it's the Waverley Hotel.
The old way.
Old Waverley Hotel.
Right.
I'll go see the view. There's Paul.
Oh, because it was really messy earlier.
Look at that. You can see the castle.
Oh, something smells delicious.
Beautiful.
Do you smell like...
Here's some
That's the finishing touch.
garage aftershot. Woo! Look at this. We're nearly there. Oh, listen to that rain.
I guess we're
This is
looking
how the
at
garage is looking now. I guess it's in the nearly complete stage. Got the sofas moved around. Josie's got a desk set up with my old dining table. A really cool new lampshade. And then these really interesting hexagonal photos of us. So Josie, me, Natalie and Max Ponton. We're all up there guarding over the garage. And the stuff's being stored over here with Paul. We just got back in from the Bethany care shelter and it went really well. So we're going to relax. Hey guys, so we're home now. It was our night at the Bethany and it went really well. The people were so lovely. Everyone that we spoke to was just really sweet. And it was Paul's first time and I think he liked it too. He said he would do it again if we got another opportunity. And now I'm just at home watching the new season of Queer Eye and I'm all happy and cozy. So not much has changed since the last video in the world. We're still in phase 1 of the relaxing of lockdown. I don't think I've got much else to say. So I'll just sign off for now and I'll see you guys in another few days. Bye!